Hey, this is Matt Boggs, and today I'm going to answer a question that was submitted on my YouTube channel from a woman named LaBerry about how does one deal with the fear of commitment, and even women dealing with the fear of commitment. And this question really connected with me because just the previous night on one of my coaching calls, one of my clients was describing how she's feeling this fear of commitment and this fear of walking into this relationship because she's dating this man who's in his 60s and she's in her late 50s. He's athletic, he's healthy, but at times she can see him aging. She can see the age in him. And so she was wondering, is it just my paradigms, or is this, should I not move forward in this? And so I shared with her a principle for how to know whether or not to move forward or not, because she could feel the fear around the commitment in her. Now, one of the misnomers is that when you meet the right person, there will be no fear. Let me tell you, that is false. That's a myth. Because if you've been hurt in the past, as I have, it takes courage to open our heart. It takes courage to get back in the game of love and dating. And courage is not the absence of fear, quite the opposite. Courage is actually moving forward when you're afraid. It's actually our ability to move and push through that. The second thing to realize is that there is no one perfect person, and that in itself is perfection. And I know that might sound weird, like how could that be? But here's the way I think about this, is that relationships, one of the purposes of being in a relationship is to cause ourselves to grow. It's to cause ourselves to become more patient, more compassionate, able to see beauty in deeper and more profound ways. It's to cause ourselves to evolve. So if we were perfect, or if you were dating a perfect person, or even a perfect person for you, it wouldn't cause you to grow. So there's usually something about the person that you would love different most of the time, right? And that's perfect in itself because it's going to cause you to grow. The question is whether or not that something is one of your core values, one of your top 5 must-haves, as I say, how important it is. So let's say that the person has the values you want and you're still afraid and you're worried about this, should you jump into this relationship? How do you cause yourself to open up? How do you cause yourself to face the risk and move forward? Imagine this. Imagine you're at a doorway, and on the other side of this doorway is the relationship that you want. And on your side of the doorway is the current life you're in, right? The being single, not having the relationship that you want. That's the side that you're on. How do you cause yourself to walk through this doorway? There's a great book called The Originals by Adam Grant, where they did research on what motivates us to take risks, which is really what getting into a relationship is. It's a risk. There's no guarantees, and there's no way around that. And so inside of that risk is where the fear lies. So what motivates us in the face of fear to take the risk? He talked about 2 things. Number 1, having a clear picture and burning desire for the thing that you want. So as you look through this doorway, is the image that you're seeing, does that cause a burning desire in you? Do you say to yourself, I love that image and I'm willing to work for that image. I'm willing to risk to create that experience in my life. So that's one, is to have a burning desire for what you want. But the second motivator, and he said this is actually more effective in human beings when we're faced with a big risk. When we're faced with a big risk, one of the best motivators for us is to really look at the pain of discontent of our present circumstances. So get clear. What is it going to cost you to not go into this relationship? What will it cost you in terms of years being single, the loneliness that you experience? It'll cost you missing out on holidays together. It will cost you the love making that you'll have, the beautiful sex that you'll have. It'll cost you the laughter, cost you the memories, cost you all the good that could be available, cost you, again, the feeling of shame of being single, whatever it is for you, right? Not that there's anything wrong with being single. That's not the point here. The point is, what pain do you currently experience where you are? And to really get in touch with that, because that pain can be fuel to help you overcome the fear, to walk through that doorway. And when coupled with a great vision, it can be just the ingredients needed to allow you to be brave enough to open your heart and risk and create something magnificent and extraordinary in your life. So now I have a question for you. When you're at a doorway and the step that you know you need to take is scary, what practice do you use? What motivates you? What gives you the courage to actually take that step? Post a comment below. I love reading your comments. I'm going to love checking that out. And if this serves you, I invite you to share it with someone who you care about because it can make a difference in their life. Now, as always, I've posted a link in this video to a resource that will help you understand the hearts and minds of men and create a relationship that you love. And lastly, if you're not subscribed to this channel, this is your moment. Click subscribe, because when you get subscribed, then you will get the latest and greatest videos that come out each and every week. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.